I do want to talk to you about Facebook and Facebook marketing and how to prospect using Facebook tonight, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are flat just doing it wrong or don't even know that they should be doing it in the first place. So either way is important. And for those of you that don't know me, I am Dave Lovett, and I've had over 30 years of in the network marketing industry, and I am actually the owner of the DaveMichelleLovett.com and a number of other websites out there, and I'm one of the top leaders worldwide in my company. And here's what's really something. Because I've been around the industry for over 30 years, a lot of people think, and rightfully so, that I have a very old school approach to the business, which I do in a lot of areas. However, I'm also one of the top leaders worldwide in my company, and I have over 10,000 people on my mailing list. And between Michelle, my wife, and myself, and our fan page, we have over 7,000 Facebook friends and over 8,000 Twitter followers. So even though I'm really old school and I really believe in a lot of a personal touch and doing a lot of stuff, I really see the value of plugging in socially on the network and being involved in the internet and understanding the power of Facebook and what it takes place. So for those of you who think that I only want to do, old school marketing, that couldn't be further from the truth. I totally recognize a high tech and a high-touch approach in the 21st century. Because, see, in the old days, all I used to teach was the three-foot rule. If anyone came within 3 feet of me, I started talking to them. And that was just the simple fact of it. We'd we'd advertise in the yellow pages, and we'd teach people to go down to McDonald's and meet someone. Now that was really high class. I'm sure most of you were probably involved in some sort of company a while back or heard about it, that's what we taught. If anyone comes along, you go head them down to McDonald's, you sit down there, you lurk around the corner, you look for a sharp couple, and hopefully somewhere in here you can strike up a conversation and start talking to them. Or otherwise just pick out the yellow pages and start calling through. But see, the reason I want to talk about Facebook, because Facebook is really a gold mine for our industry. And you can easily change from a cold market to a warm market on Facebook and anywhere else. When we talk about the 3-foot rule, I had to go out and meet people to get them within my 3 foot. On Facebook, on the internet, I am 3 feet away from the world, basically, from my computer. So that's really what we're talking about. It's a gold mine to understand how many people are through that screen right now. And so actually there's a fact out there that within the last 3 years, at least 60% of all network marketers transfer to another pool, or another opportunity, I should say. That's a large fishing pool on Facebook, because Facebook has 900 million people on them. 900 million people, and at least 6% of all networkers transfer to another opportunity within 3 years. So we're going to be talking about a huge fishing pool with millions of people on it and millions of networkers, and at least 60% of all those networkers are transferring to another opportunity within 3 years. So with your fact of that, so there are actually 10 million networkers are on Facebook right now. So that means 20% are looking for a new opportunity right now. 2 million people are on Facebook right now looking for a brand new opportunity, because they're either frustrated with the other one, it didn't work for them, they don't have the skill levels, they don't understand. So they're out there and they're on Facebook looking for an opportunity, and they're looking for you. So the key is here, then what's your Facebook strategy? Do you even have a plan? So most of you, I know, do it all wrong. And so let me kind of take you some steps. I'll give you some helpful hints tonight. Those will move you down the road a little bit quicker, make you more effective on there. I can't stand it when people come and tell me, Dave, I've gone through all my friends, all my families, all I want to do is, go on the internet, and I just want to be able to advertise and get a bunch of people coming in. And I'm going, well, why would you want to do that when there's 900 million people sitting on Facebook that you can meet? You can't even meet them all in a lifetime, because they just don't have a proper plan, nor do they understand, or someone from their organization has never really taken them through to teach them some proper things to do in that. Now, I know there's some pretty involved ways of getting people on Facebook. I understand that. You can advertise on Facebook. You can create your own ads. You can do your own, pay-per-click on there. You can do your own, pages on there. There's lots of ways you can do it. You can even learn how to some advanced strategies of talking to people. I'm just going to talk tonight about getting you on there and where to go just from the very basics, because that's what I find out that most people don't know what to do. That's why they shy away from it. People tend to oppose things they don't know. Understand a little bit about Facebook. Number one is it's free. So it doesn't cost you anything at all to go sign up for it. You go to facebook.com, little page. As soon as you get there, it'll say sign up. And all you do is sign up, put your email name, put your password in, boom, you're off and rolling. I mean, it's that basically that simple to get started and connected in to that many people. So you get connected and you don't need $15,000 to go spend with someone to set it up for you. It's set up and designed that, I mean, teenagers are doing it. 12-year-olds are doing it. Anybody on this call can certainly get on Facebook with zero headache. And with that in mind, remember, it's just not rocket sciences right now. If we're going to go into pay-per-click and all this other stuff, yeah, that's going to take some expertise. But if you just want to do marketing on there, in other words, marketing is not sales, marketing is marketing, okay? The key thing you want to do is treat people how you want to be treated. So if you remember that, whether you meet them in person or you're going to meet them on Facebook, just treat them the way you want to be treated, the way you like to be treated. So if you'll keep that in the brain all the time when you're talking to people on that they're just nice people like you're a nice person, and they're just trying to figure out how to do this as well, and you just treat them nice, things will start moving for you faster than you even believe. Now, with that in mind, kind of a little rule of thumb, remember, when you get set up this Facebook profile, whatever you put on there, it's checked about 100 times per month for every 100 friends you have. I mean, that's how much it's really being seen. People are kind of looking at you, even though you don't think they're looking at you. Your friends, your family, the people you are involved with on Facebook, they're watching you more than you really think they are. They'll spend 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour in there a day, but they're watching what you put up, they're watching what you say, they watch what you put in there, and they start forming opinions. And if they know you, it's one thing, but if they don't know you, it's a whole nother direction. So just be aware of the rule of thumb is about 100 times a month per 100 friends that you have on there. So the key here is that you're going to start building credibility, especially for the people who are maybe friends and family that maybe you've lost credibility with. Here's a great time. It's all about building up your business credibility now on Facebook, so you can do it properly and you can get yourself set up properly to learn how to do Facebook, so that the friends that maybe you say you can't talk to now, you'll be able to approach later on, because you're going to start building up your own credibility with them. But you're going to do it properly. Now, just to let you know, if you want to build a business through Facebook, your Facebook has to have a business look. The first picture is not good for business. Well, I guess depends on what kind of business, I guess. But the main thing, it's not good for business. You want to come across as a business person. So watch what you get posted up there. Think about it all the time. What do you have up there? And is that good for business or not good for business? And my suggestion would be is you don't want to mix your family and your business contacts. You kind of take a separate account for your family, and if you want to, what we've done is do a fan page is perfect for business. But really try to keep a separate Facebook account for close family and friends. And I'll show you why in just a minute. I mean, you got family, you got all these people out there, and business is a little bit more dressy, a little bit more formal. You can say a little bit, things a lot differently many times with family than you're going to say in the business world. So with Facebook marketing, here's what takes place. Family and friends tend to post stupid photos, and they post it faster than you can remove them. All of a sudden you got your, your best friend acting up. You got t-shirts out there you don't want to look at with grandpa. You've got, the underage daughter out there drinking or something like this, thinking she's cool. I mean, stupid stuff starts happening. You don't need to have that on your page. Matter of fact, you want to kind of remove all your weird, funny cousins' photographs, because it's not going to bring you very much business. I can tell you that right now. So some guy tattooed business on his, big muscles. It's not going to give you a lot of business friends, no matter what business that you're in. Now, with that in mind, remember, in this day and age, you are the brand, not your opportunity. Which is kind of the same way it's been like this for as long as I've ever been around network marketing. It's really, people don't join the business, they really join you. See, your opportunity is just a vehicle. They're going to connect to you. They're going to like you or they're not going to like you. They're going to relate to you or they don't relate to you. So they're going to join you first. Then they join the opportunity, because the opportunity is just a vehicle. So why? Because you can be unique, but everyone else has millions of products and services. It's only one of you. You're not competing against anybody else. It's just you. And yet, you don't have to worry about all these other competing millions of products and services. People with that. People have always connected in our industry with people, not with products. So that's why you want to focus that way on Facebook. You want to focus on the people aspect of it. You want to stay focused on those tried and true, for sure, guaranteed marketing directions that have always worked. Always worked throughout our entire industry, and that's putting people first, not the products. And I mean, you really want people to have an open mind about what you're doing. So if you reveal your product too soon, if they see it posted all the time, they'll go Google it, and many times they'll get the wrong information or they'll go get connected with somebody else. People that you think would come back to you because they happen to be connected with you on friends on Facebook may have other friends somewhere else, and they go Google that, start talking somewhere else. You're not even aware of it, and you set up the door, but you're not getting the results of that. So I just kind of pass that on to you to kind of help you out a little bit. Just be cool about what you're posting up there. Matter of fact, if you position yourself as a retailer, that you're selling the product on there, you will likely attract retailers, but not the networkers or the big builders. I mean, sure, you're going to be proud of your opportunity, but be smart about this. The average retailer in our business, makes maybe $30,000 a year, but they're working 50 or 60 or 80 hours a week to do so. Whereas the networker can put together $100,000 a month and work 10 hours a month. So, choose which way you want to do it. Do you want to show your product to everybody all the time on Facebook? Like all these people, these are all pictures I got off Facebook of people just showing stuff. I mean, it's like, okay, which is kind of cool, but it's not cool because you don't want to do it all the time. Just watch the frequency of what you do. Play it smart. Position yourself as a supporter of the industry. Whether or not you're already successful or not doesn't even matter. But if you're an encourager, you're a supporter of it, you're excited about it, you want to be involved into it, you want to be the ambassador of it, that's what's going to approach. It's a great approach, and it's going to certainly bring you far more people who are attracted to that kind of individual, who are going to be networkers, people who want to build some things, than anything else. So that's what you want to position yourself as a supporter. And it doesn't matter if you're just starting tonight. You can still be a supporter of the industry and be excited about it right now. And so with that, so have your own picture, not a picture of your vitamins, not a picture of your juice or cosmetics or a coin up there as your main Facebook marketing page. You want to have you on it. I mean, you want to have your picture so they can, because remember, who are they joining? They're joining you. So that's why you want to have that, have it set in place like this. And you'll see that if you go through that, all the top people really promote themselves. And then watch out what you post about your business. Let people kind of guess. You don't have to have everything you do talk about your business. You can talk about your business once in a while, but not all the time. It's far more effective if people ask you what you do for a living, because when they ask you, it no longer is a pitch, but it's answering a question. If you're pounding it all the time, then they already know what you're doing, and now you've really got a problem, because now you're going to position yourself way out in the wrong direction of what you want to have. And I'm going to give you some hints and be able to kind of help out a little bit. But I mean, like, I just sometimes just post pictures of us on vacation, like just having fun, and I get people all the time like, "What do you do?" I mean, they know I'm in Numis, but they really don't know I'm in Numis. So they want to know what I do, because I'm playing all the time, because we're just having a good time in life. Let me give you a couple of tips. In general, don't use a bunch of buzzwords on your pages, like downline or upline or recruitment and things like that. No one likes to be in downline. Use the word team. Recruitment's done in the Army. You're looking for a business partner. You're building teams. You're looking for partners. You're not doing the traditional. I'm looking for more people to put in my my downline. My downline and I are going to go out and we're going to recruit a whole bunch of people in. No, you don't want to do that kind of stuff. You just want to be nice, friendly person sitting on there developing and looking for business partners. Like, matter of fact, I'd really watch what's on my wall all the time. I'm constantly looking to see if anybody's posting a bunch of junk on there, because if they are, I defriend them. I don't want a bunch of stuff going on there from other people. Matter of fact, it only takes me a minute or two a day to go in there and kind of look around. And if I'm getting a bunch of people out there just spamming me with a lot of just their opportunity and things like this, I defriend them. I've got thousands of people anyway. What do I need them for? So I get rid of them right away. So I just look for people like that, and if I see them, I defriend them. They're gone. It's not a big part on my part. There's still 900 million people left. I'm sure I'm not going to have all of them as my friends. I'd also suggest to you, don't play any Facebook games, because they tend to fill up all your news field, and it's not building up your credibility. What it tells everybody is, you got so much time, you're not building a business, you're out playing games. You're wrapped up in the mafia wars, or you're involved in Farmville, and you're not building a business, you're trying to get pet eggs. That tells you, just watching. I watch people on there, and I know Michelle, she finds out someone's on any of her business pages, if they are playing games, she defriends them. She's not looking for a bunch of game players. She's looking for big networkers, people who know how to run a business. The people who are running businesses don't have time to play all these silly games all the time. Think about that anyway. Think about the mentality. The person is normally broke, doesn't have any money, not going anywhere in life, hasn't got their finances straight, and their retirement's going to be a mess, and they're playing Farmville. Now, is that really someone you want to sponsor into the business? There's a mental direction that you want to take. So don't be that person, because the big networkers aren't even going to look at you. The other thing, look for people that you know. Now, here's what's so nice about Facebook. If you haven't been on Facebook, you can go on Facebook. Let's say you're driving down the road and you think, I've got to go talk to Harry in accounting, type of stuff. I remember I met him, he was real friendly about a year ago. You can go find Harry on Facebook. You just go search for him, and you just type in where he is. And all of a sudden, you can look for people from school, from work, from church, from friends you have. You can look for people on Facebook by just searching in. And as they come up and you find the right person, you can friend them, because they know who you are, and now you've connected into them. Now, why is that important? Because you're always thinking about people, I'm sure, and so am I. So that's a good place you can do for people, by places, by things. You just search for them once you're connected. Now, how do you get 500 friends, basically, literally, in the next just few months or so? Every friend that you have as a friend has friends. Like, here's my son's. Mutual friends, 160 people. There's 160 people that my son and I are connected. He lives in Missouri, and we're still connected to 160 people together. But he has 900, almost 1,000 friends that I don't even know. But if I went through there, which I have done before, not to investigate on him, but to find out, oh yeah, I forgot about George. Oh, Mary, I remember her. She was a great lady at church. I remember her. And so with that in mind, I was able to connect in with the other person and go that way. So I'm just telling you, it's a great memory jogger for you, and it starts bringing in more and more people into it. So if you want to do that, that's a great place to do it. Facebook has it all set up for you to go ahead and find these mutual. And here's what's the other thing about it. You can find friends from different parts of your life. What happens is when you fill out your profile, like I've done over here, it says, here's my hometown is Millsboro, Kentucky, and I live in Lincoln, and I went to Delmar High School. I can push that little button on Delmar High School, and everybody who's ever put down in Facebook they're from Delmar High School will come up over here, and I can either add them or not. I mean, think about how powerful that is. I passed my San Jose State University when I got my master's degree. Our Numis Network, our employer, I put down self-employed entrepreneur. Push that little button, and boom, all of a sudden, everybody that comes up over there are all self-employed entrepreneurs. Well, that's a pretty good list to get a hold of, don't you think, to be friends with self-employed entrepreneurs? Here's the nice thing. You can change that anytime you want to. You can change it to network marketer, and a whole nother list will come up. That's what's so fabulous about Facebook marketing. Look for people from your past as well. You can look for people from past schools, your work friends, not just your current, but all the way past and forward as well. I mean, it's unbelievable how you can grab hold of the people. Now, here's just a key here. Here's a major key for you. Don't just click everybody on the list, 10,000 people. Just do a few a day. And I'm talking about 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that range of key people that you really know. Don't go out and try to do a bunch of strangers right at the very beginning, but just try to keep it about 5 people a day. Just to click on there, kind of get used to it. Don't increase it all. Facebook doesn't like when you come through and you do 20 or 30 people or 10 people a day, and do just a little bit all the time, and you'll slowly start. But if you just did 5 a day, end of the month, you're going to have 150 new friends on there. So just remember, just be cool about this. Don't get banned by Facebook because you tried to meet the world overnight. Now, you can also modify where you're from. You can say, I'm from Sacramento, or I'm from LA, or I'm from San Diego. And up will come all these other people from San Diego. And you can connect to about 5 a day. You can do big networkers. You can do corporate people. Every single people that your profile of the person you want to meet is sitting there waiting for you to go through it. It's all the nuggets are there. You just have to sift through it to find them. Here's another great thing. You can go join groups and look for interesting people and comments and posts in there, because what happens is, if you're not familiar with Facebook, you go over to a group, people start putting comments on there, they put posts, they do pictures of each other, and once you're a part of the group, you can join them too, and they say you can comment on people too. Here's one I joined, was a coin collecting group. I thought that was a pretty good group to join, since we collect coins and there's coin going. So I'm posting stuff in there, making friends with people all the time. Again, there's groups, thousands and thousands and thousands of groups in there. While we're on groups, just to kind of remind you a little bit, when you're in there, look for and join our Numis groups. There's a Team DNA group, and there's a Numis Network group, the community. And I mean, there's Nora in there. There's, here's Erwin, here's Ray. You know what's so nice about this? Once you're connected into the group, you can go in there and ask questions of the group. And you got Ray and Erwin and Donald Chance, and you got Dave Angelo and myself, and many of us are in there, once or twice just a day. If we see your post and you've got a question, we can just answer you on the spot. It's like having people available to you all the time. But make sure there's a Numis Network community, there's a Team DNA community, there's a Ray Haven community. Plug in. We'd love to have you be a part of that. To be dynamite. Now, with that in mind also, now we know you're going to be enthusiastic about your opportunity, and you want to shout out and tell everybody, but don't do that. Now, here's how you approach. Once you start getting these new friends, You don't want to do anything with them. You don't want to sit there and start telling them about your favorite deal, okay, and your great opportunity. You want to build up a new business relationships based on trust and integrity. You want to create this credibility. So you're going to do it. You've got some new tools now. Now your new tools aren't like you're advertising to them. Your new tools are what they call buzzwords: likes, comments, posts, messages, chats, and of course email and phone. In other words, you're going to move them through this little funnel here. You're going to start off with just liking a few things, and you're going to put some comments up there. Then you're going to post a few things, and hopefully you'll start messaging back and forth with a few people. You'll start chatting with them. Next thing you know, you'll be on email with them, and you'll be talking to them on the phone. But it's a process that takes place. But if you start off yelling about your opportunity, they're going to run away before you even get a chance to even talk to them. Here's the big mistake most people have. Right from the get-go. They go, hey, nice to connect with you on Facebook. Check out my deal. Check out my opportunity. We got the best opportunity plan in the world. That's what runs people off. I get that. As soon as I get someone that connects to who does that to me, I defriend them immediately. I do not want to be involved with people who are doing that. And there are lots of big networkers that feel exactly the same way. So let me give you something. What you want to do is that once you've opened it up you become friends with them, then you want to start building some rapport with them. How do you do that? You start asking questions. Now, these are questions that I ask when I'm in talking with people. It's after the opening, kind of the opening type of stuff when you get connected. And, hey, where do I know you from? Oh, I went to San Luis State too. Oh, okay, good. I was in the rec department. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember. I don't really recognize you, but then sure, it'd be great. Love to be your friend. Da da da. And I say, what do you do? I may even ask them if I'm in the network marketing area. I may even say, what are some of your favorite marketing areas? Where do you like to advertise a lot? I'm just sharing information. I'm not trying to recruit them now. Just sharing information. I like to be on Facebook and stuff like this. Where do you do your marketing area? So I do over here. Da da da. Looks like your company has a lot going on. How's it going for you personally? Or may I ask you a business question? Robert Brewer taught me that one. This is best. What a great line. Can I ask you a question? They go, yes. You've got carte blanche now to ask them a question. You haven't had a lot of Facebook training, have you? Some guys out there doing a lot of spamming. I may even say, hey, George, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Hey, I can tell from your post you haven't had a lot of Facebook training, have you? And I wait to find out what they have to say because most of them say, no, I haven't. Why would you say that? I can tell from your posts and stuff like this, we need to kind of talk a little bit. And so that starts getting the curiosity about who am I and what's kind of going. Another question, how will I know when I'm talking with someone that may be a great client or prospect for you? Hey, I know you're in this juice company and stuff like this. Hey, listen, how will I know when, if I meet someone that may be a great client or prospect for you, what should I be looking for you to help you out? Because it doesn't matter to me. If they're not interested in mine, I may find them someone else I can refer them to somewhere else and befriend them. I may even ask them, hey, are you marketing primarily online or offline? Now, folks, I actually ask all those questions. And I'm really asking it so I can build rapport, so I can, I've gone through the opening, kind of started off with what do you do, I saw what you have, and now I want to build rapport with them and start building up a little bit stronger with them. See, when I'm first connecting with people, all I want to do is just look for something in common. Music, hobby, sport, books, Robert Kiyosaki. And I just start commenting, and I understand this is key. I show a sincere interest in that subject. I don't go off in some subject I have no idea about. Like I'm not a weightlifter, so I'm not going to be over talking to people about weightlifting other than, hey, I don't know anything about weightlifting. Can you recommend where I should start with some sort of specialized, gym? I know I'm out of my league there. But if we want to talk about 49ers, I'm okay there. That's sports. We're cool. I can do that. But I want to show a sincere interest in what they have to say. But here's another thing. I always end asking questions. Hey, how long have you been a 49er fan? Oh, that's great. Great. What do you do anyway? Do you live over the Bay Area? No, I live in Minnesota. What do you do in Minnesota being a 49er fan? How did that happen? Well, I used to live in Palo Alto. Really? I went to school down in San Jose State. And we start building a rapport between us, and now we're sharing things that we're in common with. Now, here's what it's going to take. It takes patience, folks. Now, you need to have patience to build up a relationship. It may take a day, a week, a month. I wish I could say it only takes 2 minutes. It doesn't. It takes longer than you think for some people and shorter than others. But here's what I'm looking for all the time. I'm always looking for a need, want, or desire, a problem, something. I want to hear. I'm listening to every time they write something, every time they come back, every time I see something posted. I'm looking for a need, want, desire, problem, something of that nature that I can have that. That's what I'm looking for. And I want them to kind of come towards me, not me go towards them. And I do that by asking questions. Now, here's the power of the web. If you're just starting off and you don't even know what to say or comment on or doing like this, here's what you do. Someone posts something up there, you just all have to go in there and push the like button. I mean, it takes 1 second to give a compliment. I posted something up a few weeks ago. 21 people liked my post the very first hour I put it on there. I was impressed. I mean, I was really impressed with it. I go, wow, 21 people. Hey, that's right. And I went through and saw who it was, and some of the people I didn't even know who they were. And I go, that's kind of cool. So I sent off to them. That happened to be in the Newman's area, but I just thought that was kind of a neat little place to do that. So I encourage you that people do see it when you like them, and you say this. If you don't know what to say to people, just like them and watch what happens. And just let it kind of go from there. Now, another way at the start, when you get past the like, you want to post some neutral articles. Here's a good neutral article. Look at this. Josephine posted something up there, and the next thing you know is she had 7 comments. 7 comments, and all she did was put a quote up there by Richard Branson. Sean down there had 10 guys, or 10 people come along, and all he did was put a quote up there. So that's what I'm saying. It will attract. You put up a neutral article, a quote, a banner, interesting thoughts. It's going to attract attention depending on where you place it. If you're in a certain group or area, like that, people are going to see that more than you realize. And complete strangers put these things up. And lastly, never send out an unsolicited link while posting or commenting on people. In other words, whatever you do, this is the last thing I want to tell you, don't just throw it out. Here's what I hear this guy here. Win the latest and greatest name brand products. Never pay retail again. Sign up now. Well, that guy didn't last too long because I got rid of him. But you see, that's the kind of stuff that you don't want to read. So that's why you're treating people the way you want to be treated. So you don't want to send out unsolicited links while you're posting a comment. Just go ahead and just put up information, what you're sharing with people, and while you're posting and commenting, and it'll all come back to you. So just kind of in summary, because I know I've talked about a lot of things tonight, and maybe for the first time, maybe a lot for some of you. For some of you that have been around it for a while, maybe you're kind of yimming and yawning and so like this, but I'm sure that you'll find a lot of it very, very valuable, and especially if you follow. But remember, you are the brand, not your product. I mean, you want to watch what the excess stuff is on your Facebook. You want to keep it as a business. And you want to position yourself as a supporter and an encourager of the industry. And with that, remember, you've always got to build up a relationship with someone before you start talking to them about your opportunity. So you've got to have some real patience to follow that through. Kind of an art, but you'll get to that as you get further down the road. But we had to learn the same art when we were back in McDonald's. You just couldn't jump into someone and say, hey, how you are? How'd you like to have that hamburger for free? I got an opportunity I want to talk to you about. You couldn't do that. I guess it would work for if you went through millions of people, but for the most part, that would not work real well. But you could, in fact, learn some of the skills, and you do that while you're on Facebook and you're doing that. So have some real patience and just start publishing some awesome content. And how do you do that? You're in areas that interest you, so you have a good idea of what to be able to post because you already are familiar with it. And then you just duplicate this kind of training in your team. And if you'll do that, You won't have to listen to people saying, well, I don't have anybody to talk to. There are 900 million people on Facebook. There are 2 million networkers right now this year moving to another company, not quitting the industry. We're talking about moving to another company. That 2 million, how many of you would you like to just have a couple 100,000 of them in your downline? That's what we're talking about. So duplicate this in this team, keep it kind of going on, follow these simple steps. It'll attract more people, build up your credibility and your business, and you can go for it. So if you like this presentation, just go comment over on our Facebook page and put, or like us on our Facebook account, the one that's Dave Lovett and Michelle Lovett on Facebook. And if you want even more teaching on this, you can get a hold of me directly, and I'll steer you over to some other people that go into much more depths and questions and how to do things. I've got some things set up on my website at davelovett.com that actually talks about even more in-depth training just on Facebook. So I hope this has been helpful to many of you tonight, and I look forward to be able to answer some questions for you as the time goes on.